Tonight, we're learning more about one Oklahoma man's fight to clear his name. In 1975, Don Roberts was convicted of an Edmond murder alongside Glenn Simmons. We followed the case for decades, as you know. Simmons was cleared 2 years ago, but today, Roberts is still fighting his 50-year-old conviction. News 4's Allie Meyer has our update.
On the night before New Year's Eve, 1974, two men robbed the Edmond liquor store. The suspects shot two women, raided the register, and fled, leaving a blood-stained mystery in their wake. It took police 2 months to name the suspects. It took the court 2 days to find them guilty and sentence two strangers to death. 20 years, News 4 raised questions about this case, about the two men who both claimed innocence. 48 years after conviction, Glenn Simmons was exonerated, declared actually innocent. And today, he is a free man, his record cleared, his conscience clean.
I'm like, wow, he innocent too, just as innocent as I am.
Simmons' co-defendant, Don Roberts, made parole in 2008. He lives as a convicted felon with a stain of a crime he swears he didn't do.
The fact is that we're innocent.
Last year, Roberts filed for his post-conviction relief to clear his name. On the day before Judge Amy Palumbo was scheduled to rule on Roberts' case, she pulled herself off. Roberts has now had 3 judges in 2 months. And last week, 5 days after Judge Catherine Savage got the case, she ruled against Don Roberts. Relief denied.
She had turned me down without even no hearing, no anything, no nothing, no presentations, not anything. She just turned me down, point blank.
Well, Don Roberts is my co-defendant. Exact same evidence, exact same testimony, exact same sentence. What basis can you deny him on? If you deny him, what am I doing out here?
Judge Savage issued the denial without a single hearing. In fact, Don Roberts' attorney suspects she didn't even read the case file. It is thousands of pages of filings. And Judge Savage had the case less than a week. Her order addresses the timeline of the appeal, not the merits of his case for innocence.
Well, it's puzzling in a case where the co-defendant has been fully exonerated, definitely. Declared innocent.
The denial came on the eve of National Wrongful Conviction Day.
America's criminal justice system, in terms of the number of wrongful convictions, is the worst in the world.
That's where we found DA Vicky Bahena speaking about wrongful convictions on a panel of experts.
Vicky, could we ask you a few questions about Don's case?
No, I'm not going to answer any because I think that's going to be on appeal.
Okay.
You know, I don't talk about cases that are pending.
In the Glenn Simmons case, it was in 1975.
The DA said she doesn't talk about cases that are pending. But that certainly wasn't her approach in 2023 when she called a full-court press conference to confess a procedural violation in the case of Glenn Simmons.
Because there was a police report, a significant police report, that was not turned over. And so we came to the conclusion, because we believe in fair and just trials in Oklahoma, that we should file an application for requesting a new trial.
Because, she said, we believe in fair and just trials in Oklahoma. That is her public position on cases of wrongful conviction. But out of the spotlight, in the courtroom, Vicky Bahena fiercely opposed Glenn Simmons' exoneration and release. And now, in the case of Don Roberts, her office is once again fighting against a declaration of innocence.
Let me tell you what happened in my case. Vicky had nowhere else to go. You know, it looked like, you know, Vicky is a champion of actual innocence. If you're really the champion of actual innocence, let Don Roberts out. File the same motion that you filed to dismiss my case.
Vacate.
Right? Vacate the sentence. File it like you did on mine. My lawyer didn't file a motion to vacate. Vicky did. Right? Because she knows she couldn't take me to court. There's nothing to take me to court on. Right? It's the same thing on Don Roberts' case. If you want to be honorable, take the initiative and file a motion and free Don Roberts. That's the right thing to do.
She trying to play both sides. She trying to say I kept Roberts in. I kept my foot on Roberts' neck, but I did free Simmons. That's not good enough.
In 1975, they were tried and convicted as one. But today, with the looming possibility of 2 exonerations, 2 black eyes for this office, for this courthouse, the state has seemingly changed its position on the fairness of that 1975 murder trial.
Vicki Behenna act like a confused person to me. She thinks she can have it both ways. She thinks she can do half right and be correct. You can't be half right and still be correct. You got to be completely right.
It don't make no sense whatsoever. So the courts just need to do the right thing. You're done wrong, don't keep prolonging, don't compound, you're wrong with this denial that you're doing on Don Roberts' case. It's just not fair, it's just not right,
Judge Savage's denial may be the end of the line for the Roberts case, at least in the Oklahoma County Courthouse. He'll appeal to the state's highest court, the Court of Criminal Appeals, where he has been denied once before. Allie Meyer, Oklahoma's News 4.
All right, Allie, thank you. Now, we reached out to the district attorney's office again last week to ask DA Vicki Behenna about her opposition to the Roberts appeal. Her spokesperson did not send over a statement, but we know from previous court filings the district attorney's office believes the facts of the Roberts case are different than the Glenn Simmons case. Allie also reached out to Judge Catherine Savage, who did not respond to our request for an interview. An appeal to the Court of Appeals can take 1 to 2 years. If Roberts is denied there, his attorney will appeal his case to the Western District of Oklahoma, the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals, and potentially even the U.S. Supreme Court. That process can take 3 to 7 years. Don Roberts is 72 years old.